The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good Wednesday morning, everyone. And as always, welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. First, let me apologize for yesterday. Had some power outages out here where I live at, and wasn't able to get on my computer and do the show. So anyway, but don't worry about it. We got the same articles from yesterday. I'm going to play them today, so you didn't really miss nothing. So on our interest groups tonight, we have one interest group tonight. We got AI for Beginners at 5 p.m. My brother Pedro's got some other things he needs to handle, so he will not be doing his group at 6, but he will be back with you on his next scheduled date. So anyway, so I did some articles on basically, tech for us and how AI has helped us out a lot. So anyway, we'll go ahead and jump into this first one, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. What do you say?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Hold on. There's a change that happened. Hold on.
Anyway, I did forget to introduce Carol and Pedro, so I do apologize for that.
No, it's all good. It's Wednesday.
Well, middle of the day, and been a long week already.
Yeah. Well, good morning. I'm ready. So you ready for the article?
Yeah, the first one.
All right, let's do it.
Hey Blind United crew, grab your first cup as the coffee time gets into this article. The rise of AI audio, a new era for books and movies? For many of us, access to media is defined by sound, whether it's the skilled performance of an audiobook narrator or the rich audio description that brings a movie scene to life. This access has long depended on the time-intensive work of human artists and writers. Now, a new force is entering the studio and the editing suite: artificial intelligence. AI is rapidly learning to narrate books and describe on-screen action, promising a revolution in content availability. This technological shift is sparking a crucial conversation about the future of accessible media, forcing us to weigh the immense benefits of quantity against the irreplaceable value of human quality. The primary argument for embracing AI is expanding access on a massive scale. Think of the millions of books that have never been recorded, or the decades of films and television shows that sit in vaults without audio description. The cost and time required for human production mean that only a fraction of content ever becomes fully accessible. AI changes that equation. It can generate narration for an entire book or create a full audio description track for a movie in a fraction of the time and cost. This could unlock a nearly endless library of entertainment and information, from obscure academic texts to classic black and white films, making them available to an audience that has been waiting for years. However, the debate intensifies when we consider the art form itself. A talented human narrator doesn't just read words. They perform a story, creating distinct characters and conveying subtle emotions. Similarly, a professional audio description writer knows what to describe and, just as importantly, what not to describe. They artfully weave in visual details without stepping on crucial dialogue or sound effects, and their tone matches the film's emotional atmosphere. An AI, by contrast, might factually describe a character's tears but miss the complex emotion behind them, or it might narrate a visual gag with a flat tone that kills the joke. This potential loss of nuance is at the heart of the community's concerns. The future likely lies not in a total replacement, but in a powerful partnership. AI could become the standard for providing baseline access, creating functional narration for textbooks, and serviceable audio description for older, simpler television shows. This would allow human writers and narrators to focus their talents on projects that require a deeper artistic interpretation, like complex cinematic dramas and character-driven novels. Technology is pushing the boundaries of what's possible, creating a world where nearly everything could have an audio counterpart. They paint a picture of a future where our devices are more integrated, more connected, and potentially more accessible than ever before. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I mean, for me on this one, I mean, I'm glad that, more content is going to become available. I mean, again, when it comes to books and stuff like that, speaking more so because we've had that, audio books a lot longer than we've had audio description for sure. But I'm, in my journeys reading books, and I do read a lot of books. Well, I listen to a lot of books, and I found to be absolutely true that the reader, the narrator, can make or break a book when it comes to an audio book. I mean, when they got the ones that know how to, get into character and act out the emotions and all that kind of stuff, it does make a much better listen, right? Some of the books that are just getting narrated by some guy sitting in a sound booth, the Library of Congress, and just basically reading the book, you don't really get a whole lot of narration. So I understand what they're saying about, translating that from, the AI perspective. AI has not yet learned to show that kind of emotion within this reading, or nor has it learned actually how to detect that emotion, within the audio, or I should say the text, or even within the movies, So, but just being able to have a lot more content available, like I say, books that are sitting there, thousands of books are sitting there that just never get transcribed in the audio format, So that would be a way to, have access to those books. And I'm okay, cool. People that, think about old westerns and stuff like that, Gunsmoke, Wagon Train, all these Ponderosa. Everybody, well, damn, what the hell is he talking about? Well, those are old, you know,
Westerns.
yeah, old school westerns, But again, just to be able to, have that available, even though, you're not necessarily going to get the emotion behind all of that, just being able to sit back and enjoy some of those, TV shows and movies again, I think would also be, an advantage, So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, as AI progresses, we know it's going to get better at doing some of this stuff. So, I mean, again, but this is a great start. And it just shows that, we might have a better quality of stuff coming up in the future. So anyway, what you think about it, Carol?
I mean, for me, I can't wait, for them to do that because, I read a lot of books too, and you are right. The narrator can break or make a book. And sometimes you find some that are just real descriptive. Now, I enjoy TV too, game shows or, some of these evening dramas. I even kind of like Beyond the Gates. It's a little soap opera that is just really, really good. But if it was audio described, that would make it even better. I would watch a whole lot more programs. So, even though the artificial intelligence is better than nothing, I mean, it's kind of to me like the manual typewriter versus the electric typewriter. It's gonna evolve into something so much better. And again, it's learning. The more people that are, I guess, able to give them all the information that's needed, makes it even better. Because I remember the westerns, the Rifleman, the Ponderosa, Rawhide. I love them. And a lot of times they play a lot of music, and I'm wondering what's going on. So if they can add voices to that to make me, not just guess or try to remember since I've seen the episode what might be going on, that would make it even better for me. So I'm excited about the future and what AI has just done. It's changed my life tremendously. So the
Right,
better it can improve, the better my life will become.
right, right, right. What you think, Pedro?
More access, more is better, and when it comes to an author, I mean, audio descriptive narrator, it could break and make a book, but having this AI description and having it readily available to able to do these books. um I don't read too much books that are like story based. I read more like manuals and books that authors that are in their profession, but they're still not major authors, that they could get somebody to voice their thing, to have a tool that they could just put in their book and it can just start uh doing it in audio. It's a plus, because then I get to purchase some of these materials that I want to get from these professionals that are not in a professional setting, and a distributor or publisher, to have access to someone that can narrate it, because I do mixing, I do video editing and content, and there's people that I bought, that they're on let's say on the Audible and stuff like that. They're not there, but able to utilize this tool, maybe dump one of them books in there and get it in audio. It's a very good thing, having
Right.
AI to do it.
Hmm.
um because sometimes I don't have access to some of these stuff like that, like those books, but
Well, like I
there
say,
is.
general narration, textbooks, manuals,
Yeah,
stuff
yes.
like that. There's really no emotion involved, so it's
Mm-mm.
definitely a plus in those areas.
Yeah.
So, especially like you say, textbooks and stuff like that. I mean, think of what that would do for folks in college and whatnot. Being able to get their textbooks in the audio, or at least being able to just download the text from the book into the platform and create
Hmm.
that, like they say, in a matter of seconds. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great thing, because
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest issues with our people going to college is trying to access their textbooks and stuff. Being able to get accessible
Yeah.
versions of that stuff. So
And
Because
then
they
if
always feel
you
like they're left behind,
yeah,
because just trying to find a format to where they can, read. We want degrees too. We want to evolve
mhm.
and be our best selves as well. So,
Yes.
textbooks would be wonderful if they added that.
Yes, and um being a formal student, and before going to one of these programs that they have for visually impaired people for technology, out here we have a couple, but you know um going to school without before going to one of these blind technology schools that kind of gives you the tools and prepares you in different strategies, I could not convert my books. Now, I paused my education. I stopped that and did this education with let's just put it out there, wayfinders. Okay, they gave me programs that I see now that I'm able to make my textbooks into audio. But you have to get a program. If you don't haven't gone through one of these specialized or a state program that could get you this program that costs 400 or 500 bucks, then you're kind of stuck. But able to do it on the fly, it takes some steps and it takes some doing, but it's doable. But sometimes we don't have access to some of these programs. But having that AI being able to go through so many books and do them quickly, even better, even for the beginning college students that are just getting out from the USDs, from like LAUSD or any whatever district their school is from going from K to 12 and then transitioning into college. It could be daunting because it changes. Some resources ain't there, some material ain't there, some material might not be in braille. So it could be daunting, overwhelming, and then you have to learn, you have to be on your toes because you got assignments coming, you can't fall behind. And having this AI being able to get all this and already have the material set for these students can can encourage them to continue. Sometimes you get beat down, and you get a little discouraged because you're trying to get these resources, and as a blind student, you have to go to your campus over and over and set up appointments with someone that's visual to describe things and help you out with these.
Well, did
And
the article, I don't remember, did it say the time limit of how long they expect this process to go through?
Well, they're doing some of the books now, like they say.
mhm,
It's
mhm,
just, the issue is it's just general narration.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they don't
mhm.
when it comes to, like the books I read. I read a lot of fictional books, stuff like that. Story, like Pedro say, stories, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of emotion that's in that,
A
Mm-hmm.
lot, yeah.
Yeah.
you
When
know.
you do find a good one, I get stuck. But
Oh,
me,
yeah.
sometimes I don't know. Like I like
I like
storybooks.
series. I like
Oh, you
series,
like the series? Yeah.
So if it's a good, and some of the Gregory Gordon, he's a good narrator. David Pardney, he's
See,
a,
y'all know them by name.
yeah.
Dang, I
So
Well,
didn't
I
know.
know
because
when I
again,
get a book with
the narrator
January
make or break a
somebody.
book.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, I've gotten plenty of books from Bard that, wait a minute, oh no, this dude, man, he just sound boring as hell. And then
Yeah.
I'll go
And it
find
might be
that
a good
same
book.
book. I'll go
It,
find that same book on Audible, right?
mm,
And Audible, they they have their own studio where they do these audio books, and bottom line, they got a lot better narration and stuff, and then, oh, okay, now I can
And
get into
and
this
sound
book.
effects too, right?
I'm sorry, yeah,
They got
sound
sound effects.
effects. I
yeah.
mean, tires screeching,
Mm-hmm.
gunshots, and doors slamming, all kind of different stuff. It's almost
Yeah.
like watching an audio movie on Audible,
That's right.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Also talking about Bard. Bard is getting an update. For our
Yeah.
listeners that are into Bard, there's a Bard 2 app coming soon.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Yeah.
a connect to your Echo device, so uh,
Oh.
where you can actually just like with Audible, you can play your Audible on your Echo devices.
Hmm.
Because it's
But
Amazon, of course. But
right, right, right.
I would
But
have
again,
thought
now
that Bard
they're
1
gonna add
would
they're
just
gonna
need a
add that bar
skill.
to it, so
I
you
just
can do the
I
same
just do the
thing.
Bard one on my Bluetooth.
Yeah, that's true too.
Well, I
But
mean, I do too. But again, being able to no, necessarily. Now, me now, I could connect my Echo to my phone and do my books that way, but just being able to not have to make that connection, just being able to tell my device to play whatever book from Bard,
Right.
that's a plus.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
I'm
but
gonna
that's
get
not
one of
that's
those
an
devices.
Alexa
I just hear it
skill
listens.
there, right?
what we say, Pedro?
That's an Alexa skill. Like the app is just an app and it's a refresh on your phone.
Well, no, no, no. Well, again, they're gonna do it's the skill, but they're giving access to Bard. They're giving
And
access.
there's two different things. There's the
They're
app
giving
and there's the
hold on,
skill.
let me go here. They are giving access. Bard is giving access to Alexa
Yeah, yeah,
for
they're building a
for them to
skill.
be able to play the books.
Yeah, a
Uh,
skill.
right, right, right. I mean, they're
So
calling
two
it Bard
different things,
too,
two
but when I
different new
read it,
features are coming. One is the updated app, and one is Alexa Access. That's pretty dope that they're develop a skill. I would have thought they would have been develop a skill. I know the NFB Newsline had like a Alexa skill. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, but again, for those that get into all of that, I mean, again, I haven't found one. Like I said, of course, I can do my audible books now. When this is finally released, I'll be able to do my Bard mobile books. So right quick, Tisha popped in and said good morning. So good morning, Tisha. But again,
Morning,
that's
Tisha.
just having a choice, right? A
Mm,
choice. Maybe you need to charge your phone. You don't need to, you don't want to do a Bluetooth thing that way.
right,
And
right,
play it through
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
app. At least that
right.
way now you can set your phone over there and let it charge while you listen to your book on your device.
Okay, I see it.
Or your Alexa smart glasses, because they got Alexa smart glasses as well, and you could play it through
Uh,
them.
well, I ain't going there, but again, I'm not be walking around with a backpack full of stuff until
mm.
I'm good with my
Oh, I'm just
medals
saying for
till
the
we get
people that
We
in.
have
keep it
those, you
simple,
know.
you know.
But
There's people that have Alexa on their Bluetooth speakers and stuff like that. So that's dope.
well, again, I'd just rather,
The only
I'm not
thing
gonna
I
be,
I
I'm not
wouldn't
gonna
be
be buying a
responsible
bunch of
for it.
different glasses. I'm gonna stick with my Ray Bans until they come out with an open source, where we can do whatever with them. For now, this is good enough for me. I'm not gonna be spending $200-300, $400-500-600 every time a new pair of glasses come out. That just ain't gonna happen. So,
I'm just,
I
yes, I
I
know,
like to
and I
travel
get your
light.
point, but we got people probably listening that have Alexa earbuds, Alexa glasses, Alexa devices. That's why I was just making the point.
right, 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 right,
Yeah.
right. Well, I mean, for those that already have them, again, more power to you. Evidently, you bought those instead of buying the metas. But maybe you got somebody, a rich uncle or somebody that's, oh, well, maybe this will work. Well, here, let's try this. Maybe this
Oh,
will work. And,
yeah. Well,
you
they're
know,
cheaper. The like Alexa glasses are like $100. The earbuds are like 70. They're like just smart devices. They're not like
I hear you.
AI. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you. But,
And
again, it's
see,
just
I'm kind of like you, Ed. I mean, I went to the eye doctor earlier this morning, and
so,
I like to travel light. I want my cane,
right.
and I just took my Meta Ray Bans. That's it.
So, so,
That's all I
all right.
need.
Well, we're gonna jump into this next one now. So, let's get us a couple promos, and then we'll get into this next article. Is again about accessible tech and how far we've come. So,
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Hey, coffee time crew, we got something new. Support the mission and look fresh too. Fresh rock that blue with the logo in white. Blind United shirts, yeah, they feeling right. Just 20 dough and you're part of the cause. Helping blind folks level up, no pause cars. From Jaws with Andy to Hall Ace Tips. Support group love and crochet kits. Movie nights rolling, the vibes are lit. Every shirt you buy helps all of it. So cop that tee, be proud to wear. You're lifting up lives with every pair. Email us now, don't let it slide. Info@Blind United or join the pride.
well, again, if you would really like to help out Blind United by purchasing one of them T-shirts, we would really appreciate it. I mean, it does go a long way in helping us do what we do here, as far as providing all of the interest groups that we provide the training and whatnot for absolutely free. And I wear my T-shirt, proudly, and I've gotten quite a few comments on it. It's really a nice T-shirt. People say, that white logo really stands out on that royal blue shirt. So it's really a good looking shirt. So we'd appreciate it. Come on in and get you one, and hey, we'll get it all right off to you, and again, you're helping out a great cause. So this next one is about uh, using our AI and prompting and how to get, with our all of these different apps and different stuff like that that have AI in them. But anyway, check it out and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Blind United crew, grab your next cup as we dive into this topic. Can you describe this? A guide to your visual assistance toolkit. In a world built with visual information at its core, the smart devices we carry and wear have become essential tools for independence. There are countless moments where a pair of eyes on demand can be a game changer, and a powerful suite of applications and hardware has emerged to meet this need. From software that connects you to volunteers and professionals, to artificial intelligence and wearable glasses, understanding how to build your own personal visual assistance toolkit is key to navigating the world with greater confidence and ease. The foundation of this toolkit lies in visual interpreter services on your smartphone. The most well-known is Be My Eyes, a free app connecting users to millions of sighted volunteers for quick tasks like reading an expiration date or matching clothes. For more complex or confidential situations, a subscription service like Era connects you to professionally trained agents who can provide detailed descriptions, guide you through unfamiliar spaces, or help with tasks requiring more expertise. These services form the human-powered core of your toolkit, offering connection and support right from your phone. Alongside human help, artificial intelligence offers another layer of instant support. Microsoft's Seeing AI app, for example, uses your phone's camera to act as an intelligent eye. It can read text, scan documents, identify products via barcode, and recognize currency without needing to call anyone. This provides a quick, private way to get information on the fly. But what happens when you need to use these services while also using your hands? A new category of hardware is providing the answer. The game changer is the arrival of smart glasses, like the Meta Ray-Ban collection. These devices place a camera, microphone, and speakers directly into a pair of glasses, revolutionizing how we interact with visual assistance services. The primary benefit is being completely hand-free. Imagine assembling furniture while an Era agent watches and gives instructions, or cooking a new recipe with guidance from a Be My Eyes volunteer, all without having to hold your phone. Services are integrating directly, allowing you to initiate a Be My Eyes call with a simple voice command to the glasses. Furthermore, the glasses have their own built-in AI, capable of identifying objects and describing what you are looking at, offering another powerful layer of instant, wearable intelligence. Ultimately, the power lies not in choosing one tool over another, but in combining them. You might use Seeing AI on your phone for a quick text scan, your Meta glasses with Be My Eyes for a hands-on task at home, and the Era app for professional navigation in a new city. They paint a picture of a future where our devices are more integrated, more connected, and potentially more accessible than ever before. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, again, for me, the article described it exactly right. It's about a toolkit, it's about being able to understand which of these is going to help you out, in whatever situation, And again, all of the stuff that they described, I got all of that stuff on my phone, and I do use all of them. Matter of fact, I seen a newsletter this morning where Be My Eyes now has you can get help from Amtrak when you're at various stations, train stations, to where I've used the Be My Eyes volunteer to help me get in and out of LA Union Station. So I'm anxious to go into that list and see if LA Union Station is on that list. So now I don't necessarily have to bother a volunteer. They got somebody right there that's, from Amtrak that can help me with that task. So again, it's knowing which one to use, and also, knowing how to ask it for the information you want, especially when you're using the AI side of it, right? Most of the volunteers, especially the IRA people that are working for IRA, they're iris people are specially trained on, and they know how to navigate and describe your surroundings to you and how to give you directions in a way that you'll understand them. Sometimes it's a little hard with the Be My Eyes volunteer because I mean they're just straight volunteers. They necessarily haven't had any actual training on how to do that. But again, I haven't had a whole lot of problems with them. So, but yeah, no, it's man, fill up your toolbox. You know what I'm saying? Learn which tool is used. You can utilize best in certain situations, and man, get out there, do your thing, live your best life, and don't worry about it because you got tools in your toolkit that'll help you get through it. So, anyway, go ahead, Carol.
I mean, for me, I utilize seeing AI if I'm reading some form of document or Be My Eyes, my Meta Ray Bans. I just utilize everything that works for me, and I try to keep it as simple as possible. Not trying to overwhelm myself with a whole lot because it doesn't have to be all of that for me. But I still like to learn as much as I can, to just try to stay abreast. And if it's something new out there that I would like to try or explore, then I'll do that. But so far, everything I have presently is what's been working for me, and I'm gonna utilize it and try to learn as much as I can. I think AI is just it's a game changer for me. It's got me outside again to where I'm doing so much more and utilizing it inside the house with things that I mean, I used it the other day when I changed the filter in my house. Well, I like to go outside and water my HVAC unit as well. And so this is wasp season, this is ant season. So I use, my Meta Ray Bans. Are there any ant piles that you see close to my HVAC unit? Do you see a wasp nest likes to hide up under where I keep my water hose? So it lets me know things, and I'm able to, since I live alone, act independently without having to depend on someone else. And if I need to call a volunteer, I do that. If I
Right.
want to walk down to the store and I need that without having to constantly have it snap a picture with the Meta Ray Bans, and I got a person walking with me. So I utilize it as much as I can, and I tell you, it just transforms your life, gets you back outside, and I like that part.
Right. Well, what you got, Peter? Because I know you utilize a lot of different apps. So,
Yeah, and I'm glad. I'm always glad to hear someone when they start finding more independency through technology. Carol, I'm glad that the Ray-Ban glasses that you won from our Les Sabotnik scholarship.
Yes.
For our listeners that are listening, she had received a pair. She was one of our winners for this year's scholarship, and I'm glad that you were able to connect them and use Be My Eyes. I have as well used Be My Eyes in different occasions. It as well. It's a feature that I am glad that Meta and Be My Eyes has worked out and came to a good understanding, and it gave us a way to use the operator feature within the Be My Eyes application, as well as Ira. But Ira gives you 5 free minutes, but charges you after. It's a great service. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes we are in a fixed income, and they do have promotions that they do run where, depending on what location you are, they're free.
yeah.
Because for example, Target stores, it's free in Target because Target pays that. So shout out to Target there. Um, but to see people gain their independence, it could be through the beginning stages of Tap Tap See, CNAI, Be My Eyes, Ray-Ban Meta Glasses, or even in the newer landscape like the app Guide or these other apps like ChatGPT that are allowing you to see your screen and they're able to pick up and assist you with things while you're working. These apps can open up the doors as us being blind individuals. Yes, we do want to access our bank and our general information, but we're more than just that. We're individuals that like editing, music production, individuals that like to make podcasts, individuals that like to do all types of different things like writing books, even doodling. We have an individual that loves to draw, lost his sight, and now he draws a different way. So, you know, having this technology, having this accessible technology in our hands and our fingertips and opening up these doors is a game changer. The computing power is expanding. Um, every year and a half, we're doubling our computing speed, capabilities, and technologies that we're gonna need for these AIs and other applications that are gonna be needing even our bandwidth, like our internet. So all this is a plus. Is a new horizon for someone that is completely blind or low vision or high partial. Because even with our hardware, everything is getting smaller, skinnier, and more compact and easier to take around. So
Right.
I hate
Mm-hmm.
to say it because it's never a good time to be blind, but it's a great age in technology while being a blind individual.
Right. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
it definitely changed the game for us blind folks. The technology has allowed us to become more productive citizens and stuff again. And just a little quick plug for those that would like to learn more about AI. Again, within our interest groups, we do quite a bit. But tonight is our AI for Beginners group. So, again, if you want to learn more about AI tonight, drop in and hang out. What is it? 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, and like I said, we'll be talking about AI. George is going
Yes.
to be introducing a new AI that he just learned about yesterday. So,
Mm.
uh, so we'll be.
And it's always a fun class. I really enjoy it all the time. You
I
definitely
mean,
gonna learn something.
just finding different ways that we can use it. Different tasks that we can perform using this stuff, and again, learning how to prompt. All of these different things so that you can get your best results out of it. So
Mm-hmm.
again, it is a game changer for us. I mean, technology, period, has been a game changer for us. I mean, it wasn't that long ago when we were, kind of stuck. I mean, but now, I mean, it's almost like, especially in the last 3, 5 years, the world has just kind of opened up and then we got a lot more access to a lot more things. And then, like you say, with AI in the last year or two, man, it just seemed like every time you turn around, it is expanding, 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 giving us more and more access to different things. So, being like I said, you don't draw anymore. Okay, well, you got a picture of it in your head. Now you can tell AI, draw me a character with, this, that, and okay, it'll draw it for you, and then you get a description of it. It's okay. Well, you know what? You didn't get this right. Tweak this and change that a little bit, and whatever. But bottom line, you're able to fine tune that image and get it the way you want it to appear. So again, you can do a lot of stuff now. That we used to couldn't be able to do, or things that we, used to do when we had sight and can't do anymore. So it's technology is a great, great tool. So I'm looking forward to what the future brings us. There's always a lot of good stuff out there, and it's going to continue to go. I mean, uh, again,
Yeah.
I'm grateful for it, but as we was talking about, on Monday, we got to have some guidelines and regulations.
Oh,
Although
for
it's
sure.
a great tool, we still need guidelines and regulations. You wanted to say
Yes.
something, Pedro?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, we need regulations and guidelines when it comes to these major, big corporations and AI. But just talking about devices, like we have so many different new devices. I know they're not tailored for us, but I think they will come in handy. There's a little pin that you pin on your shirt, and let's say you have a meeting, you just tap it and let it, hear the conversation, and the tool could recognize different voices and even put names to it later and give you a whole thing of what you just said about the whole meeting. It could transcribe everything and shoot it to your phone without even going online, you
Right.
know? So you
Oh,
have
wow.
different tools that you could utilize. You could have AI that watches your house in case someone breaks in as well. Some of these companies are utilizing this now, but there were cameras already that had some of this technology already that were just watching, just to watch movement.
Right. Right. So again, technology is just advancing so much and doing so much for us in our community, especially. Like I say, there's a lot of these devices, even these Meta Ray bands. A lot of people don't realize it, because they're so common now. But they weren't created for us. They were created for content creators. You know what I'm
Like
saying? And we
myself.
Right.
we just we got a hold of them and said, wait a minute, this might work for us with that AI, and boom, next thing you know,
Thank you.
we're buying more than anybody else. So
Right. Thank you.
but anyway, we're gonna drop a couple more promos on you guys, and we're gonna get into our last article, which is about smart mobility devices. So anyway, check this out, and we'll be right back with you. Did you know Blind United offers free training in assistive technology? We call them interest groups. We offer training in JAWS, NVDA, iPhone, iPad, as well as Meta Ray Bans. We also have groups like support group, cooking groups, and crafting groups. There are also groups for entertainment like movie night and RS game night. For more information about all the interest groups that we offer, just email us at info@blindunited.org or visit our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Group. We would love to have you be part of the Blind United crew.
Hustling jingles, $10 a shot. Birthday beats and holiday knocks. Gotcha covered for the ones you love. Personalized joy like a custom glove. Get your jingle hot and fresh. info@blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford. Got a catchy tune for your babe. Poppin' beats like dreams we crave. For Mama's Day or Papa's cheer, let's make smiles from ear to ear. Get your jingle hot and fresh. info@blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford.
All right. Well, again, these jingles, man, they are definitely a unique way to show, your appreciation for somebody, or a way to celebrate graduations, birthdays, a raise on the job, a promotion on the job, whatever. Pedro's really good at doing these things, and it's actually an art form, and I appreciate you, my brother, for doing all that kind of stuff. And it's also a way to again help support Blind United in our mission to bring all of this stuff to you folks without implementing any sort of a paywall to participate. We want to try to keep everything free for as long as we can, for sure. So, again, we want to give you a jingle, special jingle, anniversary, birthday, whatever it might be. Get at us, info@blindunited.org, and we will definitely make that happen for you. So, anyway, let's get into this last one. You guys are going to like this one. This is, like I said, it's all about the future of smart mobility devices.
Hey Blind United crew, grab your last cup as the coffee time wraps up with this final article. From smart canes to autonomous guides, the next generation of mobility. The white cane is an enduring symbol of independence, a simple yet profoundly effective tool for navigating the world. While its importance remains undisputed, technology is now creating a new class of mobility aids that go far beyond simple obstacle detection. These devices are not meant to replace the cane, but to create a new, distinct category of assistance. Combining robotics, sensors, and artificial intelligence, these tools are pioneering a new way to travel, offering an unprecedented level of guidance and environmental information. One of the most exciting developments is the emergence of autonomous mobility aids, a category being defined by devices like the Glidance Glide. The Glide is not a cane with sensors, but a self-guided, two-wheeled device that you hold by a handle and walk behind. Using a combination of cameras, sensors, and AI, it actively steers you, guiding you around obstacles and people, much like a guide dog. You provide the forward motion, and the Glide handles the intricate steering decisions, whether that's navigating a crowded hallway or finding a doorway. It can be pre-programmed with specific routes or used for spontaneous travel, providing a new feeling of freedom and confidence by taking on much of the cognitive load of navigation. Alongside these all-in-one guides, the Smart Cane continues to evolve. An advanced guide mobility device like the WeWalk Smart Cane attachment adds powerful features to the traditional white cane. It uses an ultrasonic sensor to detect obstacles from your head to your chest, like low-hanging signs, and alerts you with a vibration in the handle. This provides crucial warning for hazards that the tip of a cane might miss. It also connects to smartphone navigation apps, using haptic feedback to signal upcoming turns, allowing a user to follow directions without having to listen to their phone constantly. Whether it's a fully autonomous guide like the Glide or a sensor-packed smart cane like the WeWalk, these technologies are creating a new ecosystem for independent travel. They're often paired with powerful navigation apps like Blind Square and Good Maps, which provide a rich, audible layer of information about the world. This fusion of robotics, intelligent sensors, and specialized software is fundamentally changing what's possible for orientation and mobility. They paint a picture of a future where our devices are more integrated, more connected, and potentially more accessible than ever before. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
All right. Well, I mean, in the article, they basically discussed the two, more primary futuristic devices. But I mean, again, beside the Glide and the WeWalk cane, and you notice it said the WeWalk attachment. And just so people understand, it's actually just a handle. All of the technology is in the handle. My understanding is when you call to order a WeWalk cane, they actually will give you whatever type of cane you like and just attach their handle to your whatever cane you order, right? So I mean, again, that's a great thing, but and then they got wearables. I mean, they got different things you can put on your wrist. They got different stuff you can strap to your chest, or just all different kind of stuff out there now that can really really help you. It just again, as we say at Blind United, whatever works best for you. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, personally, I've already bought and paid for my Glide, and it's not even it's not even out yet, right? It was supposed to be coming out in September, but due to needing to rethink the framework of the device and make it stronger and stuff like that, they put off releasing it until the spring of 26. And I can't be mad at that. I'd rather have something that's a lot more durable, so but again, that's what works for me. I tried out the WeWalk cane. I didn't get a chance to actually, do a good test of it because we were inside CSUN, and it's very, very crowded in there. So I just don't think I would really like it within a crowded environment because of the sensors. Your cane is constantly vibrating and, different stuff like that. But, these other maps, like Blind Square and Good Maps. A lot of people may not understand what Good Maps is. Good Maps is a company that is mapping buildings. So once they get the approval, they go in, they map that building, and now you got an accessible map that you can use inside of buildings. To navigate from. Once you come in that door, now you ain't got to guess. It'll tell you where the elevator is. Once you get on your floor, it'll tell you which way to go to get to whatever office or apartment or whatever it is you're looking for. So again, advancements in technology, man, they really, really they changing our world for us. They're allowing us to become much more independent and give us a lot more freedom and accessibility to the world around us. So I'm looking forward to getting my glide as well as what the future holds for these accessible mobility devices. So anyway, what you got, Carol?
I mean, it sounds like it's a lot of real cool stuff out there. I'm curious about that little thing you put on the cane. If I order, me a designer cane from Jimmy at Custom Canes with a K, or you can't give to figure out, what I want. I wonder if it fits on the top where the string is that I have to band my flex up with, or if it goes around the
No,
handle that I have.
it's actually replaces your handle.
Oh, well, I
Yeah,
don't even know how to take my handle off. So,
well, no, they assemble it for you before they give it to you. So,
oh, cool.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
if it's Jimmy's cane.
well, I don't know that Jimmy actually has access or has an agreement with WeWalk for
Uh-huh.
that piece of it. But again, Jimmy can give you whatever kind of cane you want, as far as aluminum, graphite, titanium,
Titanium is what I want. Yeah. I need something
folding.
durable.
Well, I mean, the only the titanium, the one I got, like I said, the all terrain cane,
Yeah.
you are not gonna find a stronger cane. The only way you're gonna get a stronger cane is just go get you a piece of steel. Okay,
That's the
but
one I want. Yeah.
it's really, really a strong cane. But again, these things they're really, really good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
again, I believe if I remember right, the last time we looked at it, Pedro might have more information on it, but the handle itself was like 350 just for the WeWalk handle. It might have been even up to 600. I'm not sure. Remember, Pedro?
Ooh.
Yeah, around five, but the newest one is more slimmer, a little more IPX rating of I think 60, I think.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
need no
Or
big old fat
56,
handle.
something like
Mm-mm.
that. So it's smaller. Oh, having that as we walk cane is pretty dope. It's a smart device. And pairing it with the good maps can give you directional by haptic feedback. They have a few buttons there that provide that feedback. And you have sensors that you could clip onto your cane that are ultrasonic sensors that can detect objects that are like, let's say, 12, 15, even 20 feet away and give you a warning, a vibration, something like that. I've seen those. They even have ritual, a watch you put on your hand, on the hand that you use your cane with, and it shoots out ultrasonic waves as well. Um, you know, and
Waves.
yeah. And pairing these technologies together can overall enhance your accessibility, mobility abilities. Um, Pairing, like, let's say, good maps with your Ray-Ban Meta glasses and having that audio spoken through the speaker, open air speakers, instead of having a headset on and able to hear your surroundings. That's a plus. Let's say you have a little sonar sensor that you have in the tip of your cane. So when you're moving around your tip and you're inside of a store, and you know how stores put boxes in the aisles on the side so they could sell you more things, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to just
Well,
bump into one of those.
what about this one? I notice now when I go like Costco, the big box stores,
Mm,
Mm.
that robot floor sweeping mopper, whatever,
Yes.
is always in the store, and it just seems like it's following you around the store, and
Mm-hmm.
it has sensors on it that when it senses you, it'll stop. Okay, well, I'm trying to get out of the way so it'll go by, but I mean, again, it's just like I'm fighting with them things when I go to the store now.
Right in.
mm,
And
you
they
know,
beep,
but
beep,
again, your
beep.
devices will tell you now, what it is or whatever. Okay, well, let me step around it so it knows I'm free, so it can move on, and I can go ahead and grab what I want off the shelf right where it parked itself. You know what I'm saying? So again, these devices are really, really helping out. Like you said, pairing them with different stuff. Like you say, with the Be My Eyes, that was one of the things with the Be My Eye volunteer and the Meta,
Yeah.
being able to do these things hands free.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. And then having the speaker right there by your ear, but not in your ear, so you can still hear what's going on around you as well as getting your navigation instructions. Oh,
Right.
good. You can't beat it. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
You
That's
can't.
pretty dope. And when
Especially that
we're
blueprint of whatever building you in, and you
hmm
know, you ain't gotta wait for ma'am, sir,
yeah, and then we have other technologies that are out in the wild, is what I call it, because we can't purchase those technologies, but they can be utilized when we go to certain locations. I know they have a robot guide dogs that are going to be coming to certain malls. So if you're in a mall, ask for it. Especially if you're in one of them big malls, ask for it. Let's see if they got it. But it works like a guide dog. That's what it says. You hold on to it like a guide dog. We have tools like the I forgot the company's name, but they have a mobility vest that has a 365 view, has infrared view as well, and does object detection and can tell you through their headphones that they provide. But if you pair that vest with your Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and it can also give you haptic feedback with objects coming, and hear it through your glasses as well. Imagine that one,
I'm telling you, I want to see
you
that
know.
robot dog. I
what?
really want to see that.
I
Well,
mean,
they had a little woman. It's not a guide dog. It was a robot dog that licks your hands and puts his head on your
What?
hands and stuff and wags his tail. It was a little mini dog. We
well,
seen it in Seaston.
a few years back, they had a robotic guide dog that they premiered at the state convention.
Mm.
I forget what the name. I think they call it Cody or something like that. I can't remember, but it was literally a robotic guide dog.
Wow.
Now just to also make a point, the gentleman that created the glide. I'm sorry, Amos Miller. He's a guide dog user. So he actually created this device to act like a guide dog. So again, the way a guide dog will guide you around people and obstacles and all that kind of stuff, that's the same thing that this device does. But you ain't got to stop and pick up no poop. You ain't got to stop and get water. All you got to do is make sure it's got power, and then you can keep doing what you do. So, but again, it's like
A
following
little more intelligence too, though, because
right,
you could
a lot
pinpoint.
more intelligent
Yes.
because
So
again,
you could have the glide and your Ray Bans, your Meta Ray Bans on, just walking down the street.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's
Don't forget your cane because
Oh,
again,
of course you can't.
always
No,
take your cane because you
always
never
take
know
it.
when that technology is going to fail you, and your cane is going to be your go-to device to get you out of a situation. You
Yes,
know, I mean, when I get mine, I'm being honest. I plan on buying me one of those cane sheaths that
yes.
you can slide your cane into, and I'm going to attach it to my glide. That way, I always got my cane with me, and then like I said, there's going to be times, because again, it'll go downstairs, but it won't go upstairs, different things like that, whatever. Or just say I have to overuse my battery and it goes dead,
Well, it doesn't
you know.
go downstairs. You still have to bring it down and bring it up as you go upstairs
No,
as
no,
well.
it'll roll down the stairs, but it
Because
will
just
not
because of the
roll up.
tires.
But you got to pull it up.
No, you got to pick it up and carry it up.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Mm.
But it will roll. It's gonna let you know when you get to the staircase. But if you continue on, it will roll down the steps, but it just will not climb the steps. So, I mean, again, it's just different things that it will do and certain things that it will not do. I mean, when you're crossing the street at an intersection, it will look for the curb cut. You know what I'm saying? So you can just roll right up, and rather than get to the curb and have to stop and pick it up and carry it up the step, up the curb.
Yeah.
But again, the future is offering us a lot of good stuff, y'all. It really is.
Yeah. I can't wait.
So anyway, on that note, everybody hear the music jumping off in the background. That means it's time for us to get up out of here for this Wednesday. We will be back again tomorrow, the rest of the week. But again, come join us tonight for AI for Beginners at 5 p.m. And then, as always, please like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. Whatever you can do, whatever platform you're on, it really does help us. Allows us to get the word out to more and more people about our mission and what we're trying to do. So I would really appreciate that. So until the next time, thank you for showing up and listening in, whether you showed up and listened to us live or you listened to it later on in the day. Or maybe you just might be one of them folks that just want to sit back and binge listening to the whole week at one time, right? You don't have time to listen to us in the daytime. You might do a binge thing on the weekend. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. It really helps. We will see you again tomorrow. So until then, everybody have a great day, please. We out.